How's it going, everyone? The Packers have mostly filled out their practice squad. They did have to wait till after 12 p.m. Eastern time today to determine which players cleared waivers, since pretty much everyone brought down their teams to a 53-man roster by 4 p.m. yesterday. So with that, teams can have up to 16 players on their practice squad, or 17 if they have an international pathway player, which the Packers do have one of those on the roster. Also to note that they can only have up to 6 veteran players on the practice squad, which the Packers also have a couple of those. Most of these players are internal players that the Packers had on their original 90-man roster, except for 2 players that are outside players. So currently the Packers have signed wide receiver Will Shepard, offensive lineman Brant Banks, wide receiver Isaiah Nair, wide receiver Mecole Hardman, which was a bit of a shock to me. He is one of their veteran players. He is signed to the practice squad. Defensive tackle James Esther, safety Jalen Simpson, kicker Mark McNamee, who is the international pathway player. Then newly QB Clayton Tune, who is a veteran player, was not on the Packers' initial 90-man roster. He is not an internal player. He originally comes from Arizona, but he'll be the QB on the practice squad. Then newly offensive lineman Dalton Cooper, who was originally of the Chiefs. He cleared waivers and he signed to our practice squad. He is a very high RAS player. Then moving along, running back Isaiah Abaconda, defensive end Deslin Alexander, safety Jonathan Baldwin, linebacker Jamon Johnson, which was a little shocking, defensive end Aaron Mosby, and linebacker Christian Welch. Initially, I thought he actually made the 53-man roster. It looked like he didn't. But looks like he's decided, unlike last year, instead of finding another opportunity with another team, to sign on the Packers practice squad, which could be a very big call-up for the Packers on a special teams basis, or, God forbid, there's linebacker problems. And now something to note, that the Packers, they went with Clayton Tune here and not Sean Clifford, who you would think Sean Clifford would make the practice squad, but apparently he's kind of weighing his options from what I'm reading. And then you also have the other quarterback in Taylor Egersma. Might butcher that name a little bit. He didn't even sign to the practice squad, and you would think he would. So they've gone with a different QB currently on this practice squad. Like I said, he came from the Arizona Cardinals. He was drafted in 2023 as a 5th-round pick, and he only played 1 game for them as a rookie. Otherwise, he hasn't really done much, except, well, he was the QB for Matthew Golden, so that's cool. Then you have the new offensive lineman in Dalton Cooper. Something to know of him, he came from the Chiefs. He was an undrafted free agent in April. The Packers, they brought him in for a pre-draft visit. They kind of liked him, but they didn't sign him onto the roster. But something to note, he comes from Oklahoma State. He comes in at 6'5", 323 pounds, and he had a 9.01 RAS score. So a very athletic, high RAS score player for the Packers, and they tend to go for those high RAS score players. Now, the biggest name that's not on this practice squad, and it's kind of not shocking, but it is shocking, is Kalen King. So Kalen King didn't make the initial 53-man roster, and Michael Robinson made it over him. The hope, at least our hope, my hope, fans' hopes, was that he would at least clear waivers and make it onto the practice squad for the Packers. Well, he's not on the practice squad for the Packers, as you can see. The shocking part is he did clear waivers, and then he decided to sign with the Panthers practice squad. So that kind of sucks. So he's no longer a Packer, and he is on the Panthers practice squad. And now with that, with Michael Robinson now being newly released, hopefully he clears waivers. Now the report is that hopefully he clears waivers and he will join the practice squad on the Packers. And he will be the 16th or 17th player, depending if the Packers do sign another player onto the practice squad, whether that's Sean Clifford or someone else. But just coming up with an update of our practice squad, none of it's not entirely shocking, except for, honestly, once again, the Kalen King thing is a bit shocking considering he did clear waivers. But looks like he chose to go elsewhere. So let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.